Hello, and welcome to episode 17 of Ryuutama seyo, aka Travel, our Ryuutama game here on Twitch. Don't worry, Lindy is on her way, but she's in a car, and that car is surrounded by traffic, and yeah. So we're gonna be playing things by ear a little bit tonight. So don't worry, everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine, okay? Let's talk. Let's have not me talk for a second. Jess, I haven't seen you since literally last night.
What, me? Oh, right. Yeah, gosh. Friday night, then last night.
Yeah.
And
now 3
nights
in a row. Hey!
Yeah,
Hat
let's
trick.
see. So, as I'm literally like, what have I done? It's been a long.
We had some good nightshade last night.
We had some nightshade last night. My heart is not ready to handle how fucking charming Goemon is.
That blup though.
That was fun. We finished ? Where memories sleep. Finished for the foreseeable future. Ended on an inconclusive note. It's fine. Yeah. We still don't know just how much your sweet, sweet dragon son can eat.
Yeah, so that's a mystery that needs solving.
Yes. The episode 1 boss that you all talked down and adopted, as I knew you would.
Yeah,
is a very, very good boy who apparently likes food a lot. Or at least he likes rations.
Yeah, you eat what you can get, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
then
I just... Sorry, go ahead.
I say prior to that, it was just Ghost Club, which is an entire shenanigan.
It is several shenanigans, I think. All bundled together into one super shenanigan.
Yep.
As for our dragon son, Mistral, at first I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna feed the kid, because you feed the kid. And then I think you said something about him eating like multiple rations or something, and I was like, oh no, Tolly wouldn't just let this go. She would continue to feed him to see how much food he can fit, and see if eventually he's like, no, I'm full. And no, it didn't happen.
He's never full.
It's
he
amazing.
Will keep eating. He's a dragon.
But he's a child.
Yes, but he's a dragon.
But he's a child.
You're feeding him human proportions, though.
And he's humanly proportioned. So to Tolly, it's just magical and wonderful that you can just keep eating rations all day long. So that was good.
That was delightful. Yeah, sometimes a Ryuutama party is 4 kind of moms and their tiny dragon son.
Yeah. My face, honestly, like, I'm laughing about this. My face, honestly, still kind of hurts from the last 2 nights of games. It's been a good weekend so far, and I'm excited to continue with this tonight. Summer, you I haven't seen in for ages.
Yeah.
The heck?
A whole week.
A whole week.
Wow. Yeah, this week was pretty good. I started, I think that was this week, started doing commissions for maps specifically, and I was like, I'm just gonna put it on Twitter and it's gonna be fine. Like, I'll just get some people that I know probably who want maps and who also care about me. And then Katie was like, I'm gonna start adding everybody that I can think of that could potentially like retweet this. And so Matt Mercer was like one of the ones who retweeted it. Yeah. So I got a lot of emails.
How your DMs looking?
I realized I'm very bad at organization. And I mean, I knew that before, but I realized that I was very like hyper aware at how bad at organization I am.
I got you. I can help.
Help me, because this one person who I've been talking to on Twitter has changed their name and their picture like 4 times since we started talking in the past like 2 days, and I'm like, I can't keep up with this fucking kid. But yeah, so that was really overwhelming in a really good way, because I had if you follow me on Twitter, I am leaving my full-time job, so I had a lot of stress and anxiety about that, and still do. Obviously it's just a big transition and big change, but so doing that taught Katie how to play Minecraft this week.
I was reading the Discord as the two of you were going through.
She's she died a lot today, earlier today, and she quit in frustration of getting shot by a skeleton. And I was hiding inside like a coward, because I play Minecraft on peaceful, because I don't want to fight anything. I just want to have a little garden, build my house, mind my own business.
Wuss.
I know, truly, that's the answer. And then
Don't judge.
it's way better that way.
It's what I do, Jess.
The only thing about playing on peaceful / adventure or survival is that you can't get most of the key ingredients you need to make the things that you need, you know? Like, you need string for a lot of stuff, which comes from spiders, and if you're playing on peaceful, you can't get that shit.
Right,
so we
like,
turned it on, and that's why Katie ended up dying a lot.
Right.
Because she was like, I want to kill. She was like killing the foxes and the wolves and like the cows and the sheep in the area, and I was like, fuck, we'll just turn on the monster so you can get the bloodlust out of the way, and I can just build a couch. And then the only other like major thing that happened this week is last night we recorded our first 3 episodes of Cape Lorelei, one of our 2 new Urban Shadows podcasts, and it went so good. It went so good. So I've prepped a lot for East Cedo Beach, like more than I normally do. I have like I felt like, and I talked about this for like knowing you, or something that we did, Dylan. But I got a really good grip on that city like really quickly, and I had no grip on Cape Lorelei, and so I didn't have like very much prepared. But it was just one of those situations where the characters came together so naturally. It's like it felt like a blessing and a curse, because I'm like, oh no, they work too well together for Urban Shadows. Like, they can do anything if they actually work together. Like, they overcame pretty much every problem I threw at them in those first 3 episodes, just from like calling on each other and working together, which is annoying, but it's also great. But it's also really hard, because you're like trying to fuck them up, and they're just like, oh no, I have another friend who can handle that, like calling on each other. It's great. But yeah, so I had that last night. It was really fun, really good week.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait for the Objectively Better podcast to start, obviously.
Yeah.
But it is good to know that the inferior of the 2 new Urban Shadows podcast is doing pretty well.
If they're doing well, y'all are gonna just like blast off into the sky.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. There was I won't lie. There was a lot of shit talking about how y'all have Kyle and they have Kylen, who has 1 more letter, so is obviously superior. But I feel like the counter argument could be like, you can use fewer letters to get the same point across.
Yeah. Kylen is just knockoff brand, like Gucci with an H Kyle. Obviously is what that means.
Yeah, so there was a lot of shit talking in the outros. A lot of it. But yeah. So that was
sorry.
It was really good. It was a lot of fun. It made me like 10 times more hype for the next group, because I was like, if I didn't have a grip on this city, and I do have a grip on this one, like I feel more, for me at least, feel more confident about the second group. So I'm really excited.
It's gonna be good. Julie, how about you? How you been? How
I'm
you
just
doing?
joining the shoulder dance.
Yeah.
I'm good. We played Burning Wheel earlier today, and that was fun. Someone died.
That was a dumpster fire, is what that was.
Yeah, just all the peasants turned on each other and someone died.
Great.
So it felt like honestly, it felt like it needed to happen because we needed answers of like how this like conflict was going to shake out between two sides. And yeah, that's how it shook out. So that was cool. What else? I haven't seen you since last week, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I played anything else because Urban Shadows on Thursday we had to postpone that to next week.
That's too bad.
But I'm really excited for that too. The last time we played, like a week and a half ago, my character had like a meteor or something crash into them.
Right, rocks fall and everyone dies.
Yeah. So I'm still really excited to see what that's all about. Matthias posted a relationship, like an update to our relationship map that we have of all of the NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
And I had casually mentioned that I had an old love interest who was a fae that actually was a constellation. And then I noticed in the relationship map that so their name was Auriga. That's the name of the charioteer constellation.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed in the relationship map that Matthias put Auriga crashed into Theo. And I was like, wait, what? I'm like, did my lover fall from the sky and smash into me? So now I have to, and he's like, you'll find out next session. So
Jolie, you were the one who made that suggestion, and you spoke it into existence by saying that.
I said it offhandedly, but
it was such a good suggestion, though. It was like you were like, I hope that wasn't, and she's like writing that down right now. Exactly who it was.
Yeah, because like that character came up as just like Matthias always asks us a prompt at the beginning. And his prompt is, what's your character's favorite constellation? I was like, oh, how about the charioteer? And I was in love with the charioteer because they're actually a person. And that just, now it's a thing. So.
Nice. That's so good.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Well, I wish you luck in your amorous affairs with a ball of fire that is also a person. Hopefully that doesn't turn out really terribly.
Oh, I forgot. I need to check with Matthias. We were going to play Star-Crossed.
Ooh, yes.
For those two characters.
That's a really good idea. Literal Star-Crossed.
Unless you broke up, because then you can play my game.
Ooh.
Because then you know how it ends. If you know how it ends, if you know that it ends in heartbreak, then you might as well play my game instead of Star-Crossed. Because in Star-Crossed, there's room for a happy ending.
Wow.
In mine, there's not.
But you can also play
both. True.
You can play both, one after the other.
You could play Star-Crossed, and then if it doesn't turn out, play Knowing You afterward.
Yeah. Or vice versa. It doesn't work out, and so then you have to get back together.
Yes.
There's a configuration of that Julie and I will be playing soonish, next week, something.
Summer and I did that because she made me too sad playing her game.
Sorry.
I see. Every fictional relationship Julie and I have is too fucking wholesome, so we're gonna see if we can make a dumpster fire happen.
Yeah, it was weird because I really had to try to make it as awful as it was for me and Dylan. Because for me and Katie, it was like way too easy. They broke up and it was like, oh, that's really sad. Like they maybe could have made it work. But for us, it was like, nope. Nope.
That's what made it hurt so much is like they could have made it work, and they did in the Star-Crossed, but there's a difference between like things are rough and we just kind of like not into it, and so we broke up.
Yeah.
And like we want this to work out, but we're not putting the effort in to make it work out, which is what we had for our Knowing You game. And that is the worst of the worst with love stories. It's just so sad because you want them to make it and they want themselves to make it, but
sometimes people just suck.
That was me.
Sometimes summer just sucks.
That's the moral of the story.
Sometimes summer just sucks. Sometimes I just try really hard to suck.
Well,
then Dylan's like, let's play Star-Crossed.
Well,
I wish you all the best. All of you.
Yeah, have fun. But yeah, we've killed some time and we lost some time to tech difficulties. Do we wanna hop into some Ryuutama?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So previously, last week even, wow, 2 weeks in a row. Last week we gosh, the group of you left the city of Sun, headed toward the coast and beyond toward toward Star Isle, where Kiro and Danjin are from. We had a brief shopping montage before you left the city to show off your fancy new outfits, and your new character designs from our core Switch, and then we had a couple tense conversations along the way. In the inn, there was a conversation between Lamb and Danjin, where Danjin talked about a nightmare that you'd had, right?
Yeah, and also feeling guilty about not completing what the spirits wanted him to.
Mm-hmm. And so Lamb offered to help and be Danjin's teaching assistant, at which point the both of them went back upstairs to share this plan with Mjol and Kiro, who just sort of like were there and talked at. Danjin did some sharing, talking about his feelings, his guilt for not being there for them, and not being there to back them up. Lamb talked about her feelings and then made me fucking tear up by saying that Mikuro wouldn't have wanted them to blame themselves. And Kiro and Mule just kind of were like, cool, sure. And Lamb was upset by that. Lamb called them out a little bit for like not sharing their feelings or doing anything, and the tension sort of hung there for a bit, and then they went shopping. Leaving the city, things were going okay, until they came to Ryuzo, those dragon statues, and a conversation sprung up around like whether or not Lamb needed a certificate to be a certified teacher's assistant. But Mule was obviously off kilter, seeing the statue, and when Lamb asked him what was wrong, he said nothing. Which is to say, he literally said nothing was wrong, and they moved on. They found a roadside inn that they were a little sus about before they went in, but discovered there, is it James, I believe? James and Amara Tull, who were siblings, taking care of the inn and the travelers that came through. They were very friendly and set the group up. Over dinner, Kiro, something triggered something in Kiro, and she had a flashback to the night when they fought the Oni and Mikuro died, and that sort of disturbed everyone over dinner. People checked in on her to make sure she was okay, and after dinner she and Danjin went on a run, while Lamb confronted Mule about his lying earlier, saying that he wasn't thinking about anything, and he said that this was the other part of the episode that made me cry. He said that it wasn't that he was trying to constantly think about what had happened, but that it did keep coming up, and he didn't want to talk about it. And the party went bed pretty much shortly after that. They were woken by a strange sound outside. Went out to investigate. Kiro made everyone panic by jumping out her window and rolling a fucking, 20 on her stealth check. They heard a strange whispering by the fireplace downstairs, calling to someone to come and rest and be well. When they went outside, there was a shadowy figure of a warrior who claimed that they were not worthy. And over the course of a conversation, the players discovered that the spirit had gone off to war many centuries past, promising to end the war and then come home, but had died in the fight and thus had felt that they'd failed, that they weren't worthy of coming home. But the players convinced them otherwise, and the two spirits from the hearth came out, embraced them, and all three passed on. And that's pretty much it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So
it was like the night of crits.
yeah,
We just had
yeah.
so many-
Yeah.
We
We
Crits on
all
crits on
rolled
crits.
one. We all did.
Mhm.
We all
Yeah.
rolled one.
So, all right. Then with that, let us move to episode 17. Forest Heartbeat, The Price of Steel. The Raven perches on a rooftop, watching, the thick night air of Aurora Mire swirling about him. Light from the shop across from him spills out into the street. There she stands, bright despite the surrounding dark, within the mire, a shining spark. My heart skips, the open door as business closes upon the stillness itself imposes. Footsteps close, the tension rises, my blood is frozen, but death moves on. She wasn't chosen. The Raven ends his vigil, departing for another. As the first rays of the sun crest the edge of the moon and shine upon the sleepy inn, he takes roost and waits. You're vaguely aware of a cawing raven as you awake in the Toll's Inn. The thin sheets cling lightly as you sit up and take the stillness of your rooms, memories of the night before surfacing hazily in your mind. But then a sudden rush of adrenaline carries you to your door and into the hall, and relief washes over you as you see your companions standing worriedly in their doorways. Would each of you roll a condition check, please? Do you not have Roll20
Sure.
open?
Yeah. I will absolutely do
Mhm.
that as I remember to get into Roll20 for today, for this game
Damn.
specifically.
Lamb's back on it.
It's all right. I mean, you could just assume that my condition check's probably gonna be like a 3. We know how this goes.
6. All right, Lamb, boost your stat. You're feeling great. You're in literal tip-top shape, despite your moment of panic that maybe your friends weren't in their rooms. But what has you in such high spirits today?
Vacation? Vacation with friends?
It's literal summer break.
She's literally, I know I talked last time about how this is the first time she's ever been on the road traveling without the amulet. This is also the first time she's done anything fun.
That's
she
true.
has spent most of her life working with
Mhm.
Pappies. Then they traveled with the amulet, and then she spent all spring training. She hasn't actually done anything that's chill.
Get that girl a break.
So maybe today is we left the city yesterday,
Mhm.
and so today's the first day of summer vacation.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got this.
Feeling good.
You've got some pep in your step, which I think
Yeah.
Danjin and Mule, you can see as she like swings open her door and sees all of you also similarly being like, "Is everybody here? Everybody here?" Who speaks first?
What's our situation of like pajamas versus dressed?
I think it's like you just sort of hazily woke up, and then it's like that thing where you go, "Oh wait, do I have an appointment?" or something like that, and you just like rush to check. This was that. You had a sudden moment of panic, you rushed to check, and
PJs.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
Sorry. And Mule's gonna retreat back into his damn room
thump, door closed.
after turning the brightest shade of red.
I think if Danjin sees Lamb, he's just like, "Good morning.
Hi? Good morning.
I'm really excited to be awake."
Yes. Yes.
I think Kira probably throws an "I'm going back to bed."
Where's the food?
Yeah.
No food, no awake.
I'm gonna get ready and then go downstairs, maybe?
Yeah, same. And yeah, I would go get ready.
Yeah, same. Not gonna go back to sleep.
All right. So the group of you get ready and head downstairs. Oh, and actually, I forgot you have a +1 from delicious food last night. So go ahead and boost your condition another step. Which Lamb really didn't need.
I have gone up
I
one
needed it.
more from
I
yesterday.
needed to go to the 15.
Hey!
I am continuing this incremental climb.
I'm like 1 short of 10.
Dang. And the Tulls will give you some breakfast. I think it's like a light porridge with maybe some like cinnamon or other herb and maybe a fruit of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're happy to see you off on your way. Do you dilly dally at all, or do you head out quick? What's the pace there? Are you ready to leave, or are you just like, we can take our time?
I think Danjin eats his breakfast real quick
Mhm.
and then goes over to the fireplace to see if he hears anything again. Like he's just sitting by the fireplace for the rest of the morning, like just listening intently,
Roll me spirit.
whether he hears anything or not. Oh, okay, sure.
I'm gonna go look for herbs.
Spirit. No.
Oof. No, you get a feeling of warmth, even though the fire is out. Just this sense of warmth and closeness, but that's all.
Yeah, Danjin like leans in towards the fireplace more and goes, "I hope you're all happy now."
Aw. Go ahead and roll your herb check.
Okay.
Both of you, actually. Awesome.
Wow, I did a 10.
Yo! You find an herb. An herb. Oh,
I'm just gonna
Oh.
go
no.
away again.
Wait, hold on. That means a thing happens.
I think I get poisoned.
Everyone gets a fumble point.
You just find something on the ground and eat it?
I'll
No.
put
No.
one on Kira's sheet too. Let's see. Herb gathering on a fumble.
I think
You
I
are
get
afflicted
poisoned.
with poison 6,
Yeah, cool.
which
Good
I think
day.
is below your condition, so you're good for now. As
Uh-huh.
long as your condition doesn't get worse tomorrow.
Yeah, neat.
Um,
Well, the good part is I can just be poisoned forever because my strength die can't get any lower.
Lamb, you get another Sunset Hime apple. And I mean, both of you know where this tree is nearby, because this is the tree that you got apples from yesterday. But I think going through the woods Mule, maybe you're a little distracted after the long night and...
Thinking maybe he was going for an herb or something and he got bit by a bug.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're like reaching for it, and then you just like a big ol' spider just bites you right on the hand.
So.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a spider or something. I'll deal with it.
Okay.
Do you want me to check it out?
What? No, I can handle it.
I mean, if it poisoned you, I could probably help you.
I'm studying to be a doctor. If I can't handle this, what good am I?
Okay. That's fair.
What's
Thank
a
you.
poison like clouds your brain though?
I'll be fine.
Aren't doctors like not allowed to sew themselves up if they get cuts?
It's not even bleeding.
I'm just
It is like
In
getting
theory.
a little purple.
Yeah.
It's not just itchy, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm speaking metaphorically.
I just need a little time to deal with it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Danjon's already like walked ahead with Kiro, so
I'm gonna go first aid my damn self, I guess.
Okay, can you first aid yourself?
Yeah,
I think so.
pretty
Nice.
sure. Why would you not be able to? That's
I
silly.
don't know.
You can relieve the character's status effect for 1 hour. Oh, it's only for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's temporary. We're still gonna have to like get to a town to deal with something.
And you can only do it once per day.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Go ahead and roll that int spirit. You get a 6 or higher? Hey, just barely. Alright. Yeah, you managed to like slow the pace of the spread.
Yeah.
And move on. And I think as you gather up and wave goodbye, I think this is a good place for us to go to our first break. And when we come back, we will see what they encounter upon the road, and hopefully we will also have a Kiro, but we'll see. So we're going to be gone for 10 to 15 minutes. When we come back, we'll see that. See you soon. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to episode 17 of Ryuutama Seyo, where, surprise, we have a Lindy and we don't have a Jess, but Jess will be back. It's fine. Yeah, so let's see, we packed up, we had some conversation at the inn, and now we are walking our way along the road. And actually, I'm sure Jess is glad that she's missing this because she's about to miss the travel check. So, as you are walking, the sun beats down on you relentlessly until you're struggling more with your sweat than the uneven ground beneath your feet. The air ahead of you shimmers and ripples, making every hill appear like an indistinct coastline just out of reach. And just with the perfect timing, would everybody please roll a travel check?
He literally just got done saying Jess would be glad to miss the travel check, and then people hopped on in like, I'm here.
Great.
Condition check.
Yeah,
Hmm?
probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what I can do. Jess, before you roll yours,
Too late.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Oh,
Yep.
that's my condition. So that's really good. All right.
Yes.
Travel.
Go!
I have a sage ability that helps with people's travel checks. Does anyone want help with their travel check? Lindy, basically.
I did great.
I wouldn't say no.
Okay.
Did I not say earlier today that I would pay for all of those really excellent rolls in Burning Wheel?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
It's called Spirit Guide, and it's strength deck.
the difficulty is 7. Just so y'all know.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna have my HP,
to help, I have
which
to get a
is
5, right?
tiny.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, whoa. Well, I helped.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
There you go,
Everything's
Lindy. You
good.
get +1.
Wait, I'm at 11.
All right. So, real quick, Kiro, go ahead and
Nice
set your
open
condition to 11.
Oh,
And then also give yourself another fumble point because that happened while you were out and I forgot to add it to your character sheet.
Awesome. I'll take that.
Mule.
And we had a long rest, so I have all my HP back now.
Incredible.
You do.
Catch me rocking 8 HP now.
Mule, what is it? what is it? The heat? Is it? So actually, let me read the description.
Wait,
again,
actually, wait. Shit, I did not add any
bonuses?
Item bonuses.
Yeah,
Okay.
so because for some
Grasslands?
reason,
Huh.
for some damn reason, they don't work on the sheet very well. I don't know
Yeah.
why. What weather, terrain?
Hot grasslands.
Okay, I should have like.
And I
a
actually
plus.
have 12.
I
Are
have
we
a
on a
plus.
road?
I
Yeah, are we
actually
on a
have
road?
13.
I guess technically.
Okay, so I would actually have a +5 to that.
Okay. You're fine then.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I'm fine.
You're good.
I'm
I
at
need to remember the bonuses exist.
that would be wise.
For sure.
So you're swimming in your own sweat as you walk down this hot road. But then you have this vision, Mule, of like you walking down this road without any of your equipment. As you're like, oh, that's what it used to be like.
It's like coming prepared helps.
Yeah. But you're walking along and all of you seem to be weathering it surprisingly well. How do you react to that? Because like most of the days that you traveled going from the City of Spring or the City of Blossoms to the City of Sun, most of those days somebody had a failed travel check. So I think this is 2 in a row now where you've all been fine.
We actually prepared for the damn trip.
Yeah.
We've got equipment now.
I think it's like a matter of whoever's at the back looking over their shoulder, checking to see who's ever behind them, and they're like, "Oh, everybody's
you're
in front of-
okay.
Like everybody's fine. Like we're all together. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
nobody's lagging behind. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's wandered off.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just walking the same direction. It's incredible what some good boots and a sun cape can do.
Good boots is a sun cape and so many other things that help you with
and
hot
a hat
weather.
and a stick
And goggles and hat and boots and
A magic jar, so my water is nice
Yep.
and cold.
Yep. All right. Well then, I'm surprised, pleasantly so.
Mule has embraced carry culture. That's what it is.
Then you continue quite pleasantly down the road, despite the heat. Then, spotting the thick bamboo forest, you excitedly anticipated the cool shade within. But now, the dappled shadows and thick leafy undergrowth are making it difficult to find your way through. Mule, it's that direction check time, and your difficulty right now is 10.
Okay.
You are in, it's clear weather, and deep forest is the terrain.
All right. Well, better safe than sorry. We might as well do the compass spell that I know really well, and I'm trying to find in my list of far
Arrow
too many.
compass.
There we go, arrow compass.
and you could have help.
Yeah.
Do you
I
need
can-
help?
Yeah.
If anyone would like to help,
Yeah. I'll
feel
help.
free.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I definitely helped.
Yeah.
Congratulations on doing a help. What that probably, I guess, looks like is Mule is like, Danjin, here, and hands him the map while he does his magic.
Yeah.
And he gestures briefly in the air. Book kind of comes up on its own and opens to the proper page. And he just says, "O gentle west wind, come forth and guide our path." And I will roll the magic check.
Don't fumble.
I mean, I'm gonna pay for all those good rolls I had earlier today, so who the hell knows?
You already got a fumble. Not a fumble!
Yay!
Cool.
Ooh,
So
I
that
had an
gives
idea.
me double
Yep.
on
yep.
the direction check. And we see the little frosty wind form and turn into a little compass arrow that whoosh, points the way.
Love it.
I know exactly where we're going. I'm fucking Google, all right?
Honoka, is that you?
God.
Bamboo, more like bamboo.
Map and it says cartography by Honoka.
It's a very old map that he paid a lot of money for.
ain't bamboozling no one. All right.
It's a relic he took from his house.
That has implications that I don't enjoy.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't think too hard about that one. All right, so you managed to not get lost in this thick bamboo forest. Although the entire place has sort of like an eerie, like a deathly calm to it. Like there aren't any birds singing. All it is just like the sound of the wind over the leaves and through the bamboo, and the bamboo like bumping into each other up near the canopy. Progress through the bamboo is so meandering and bewildering that you're surprised by the sudden appearance of a town nestled among the towering stalks. The edges of the town are marked by a twisted metal fence. Dilapidated weapons of all kinds are thrust into the ground between the bamboo and lashed all together, flora and fabrication, with bands of iron. Above a break in the fence, you see a weathered wooden sign that reads, Jade Hollow. What do you do?
Are there people outside, like in the town?
You can vaguely hear the sounds of people. Maybe there's like a person sweeping their walk. But
I would also
it's very
assume
quiet.
with a direction check like that, I probably knew there was a town coming up.
I think you had a hunch, but like the map isn't imprecise. This place is a middle of nowhere, so
Yeah.
you were like, I think we're coming up on the town that's marked here, but
It's probably he's looking, he's like, yeah, it'll be any time now. Now, I guess.
Yeah, it's like contingent on. I really hope this map is accurate because I'm pretty sure I'm following it right. But
yeah, and I think it's like we see him take a moment till he pulls out his pen and is like, makes a little correction.
This fence that's around the town, does it look ominous? Are they like rusted weapons that have formed a fence, or like what's the tone that we're getting from this thing?
Is there like an obvious way through?
Yeah, there's a gap in the fence with a sign above it that you can go through. But it is like swords and axes and spears in various states of blunting and rust that have been sort of like welded with this iron lashing that also wraps around the bamboo stalks for support.
So this isn't like the walking stick where we take it.
No, I think this is just them making a fence out of whatever they had.
Should we go in?
Sure. It seems like it's maybe like a town of warriors.
Be cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, Kiro, this seems right up your alley.
Yeah, we
Go
can
in.
go in.
All right.
I'm kind of hungry anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Why? I'm starving.
How can you all be hungry? We didn't eat that long ago.
We just walked
Always
through
hungry.
a whole
But
bamboo forest.
We did eat long ago than like just now, like over an hour ago.
It's been longer than 5 minutes. I'm probably hungry. So.
Herein we see the difference. This is a boy who probably forgets to eat unless someone puts food next to him when he's busy.
Yeah. So following following the scent of sweet rice and the sound of Danjon's grumbling stomach, you progress further into Jade Hollow until you hear yelling. Just a little ways up ahead. It sounds like an argument of some kind.
Do we keep going? Do we stay here? Do we keep going?
Do we see who's arguing?
Do we see? Does it matter if we see who's arguing?
Can we see from
If
where
they
we
see us, maybe that will help them stop arguing because they will feel social pressures on them.
Neil walks forward to see what the hell is going on.
Me too.
You go down the street a bit and turn at an intersection, and you see what looks like a smithy. It's a low stone building with a pretty noticeable chimney, and you see a younger person, probably like a couple years older than the twins, who is dressed in what most of the party would call stately attire, what Mule would probably call like the minimum.
Just okay.
Yeah, like you probably wouldn't recognize it as trying at all. The rest of the party is like, oh yeah, that's some nice clothes.
They look fancy.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Feels like you could do better.
You see that figure, and then they're arguing with an older man, probably in his like late 50s, early 60s, who's wearing like a heavy leather apron. And the nicer dressed of the two of them says, "This was not a request, Taketori. The town can't be punished for your stubbornness." And the old man says, "That recklessness didn't serve your parents, and it doesn't serve a mayor, Suki. Come back when you figured out your job."
Excuse us.
Both of them look at you and look at each other and glare. And the older man stomps into the house, and the younger person like huffs and starts walking sort of up the road towards you.
Sorry for interrupting your discussion.
Sorry. You're not from here, obviously. I'm Mayor Suki Gozen. They hold out their hand.
I'm Mule, and he'll take their hand gently and give it like a little bit of a grasp.
This is Lamb and Danjin and Kiro. We've just arrived. We're just sort of getting our bearings.
Oh.
Just a stopover.
Well, if you're looking for somewhere to spend the night rather than heading back out on the road, it's like late afternoon now. Then there's a small tavern and they give you some directions like a couple blocks away.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoy your stay in Jade Hollow.
Of course.
What's the rest of the place like? Is it real empty? Like what's it like here? What's the general vibe?
It's pretty empty. Like, you've been in a ghost town before, right? Like, I forget the name of it. Was it Howling Gale? I think was the place. Like,
Scarlet Gale.
Scarlet Gale. Yeah, you've been in some places that are like empty. This is just a quiet town, right? This is people take things kind of slow here. And there's a sort of like mildly acrid tone to the air of glue. It's real familiar to you, Mule.
Yep.
This entire town smells like
So much paper.
fresh paper and new books.
Which he probably should stock up on, actually. I think his notebook might be getting a little full.
But it doesn't feel depopulated or anything. It just feels quiet.
Well, thank you very much.
If you need anything else, my house is just a little ways down that way.
Of course. Pardon my asking. Do you make paper here?
Oh, yes, that's our primary export, actually. And
Mule looks suddenly extremely interested.
Earl looks suddenly extremely disinterested.
Are you looking for bulk products, or are you looking more for finished works?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I have this journal, but I'm starting to come up to the end of it, so if you have other books I might be able to get, that
We
would be
do
helpful.
have a bindery in town, and they give you directions to
Yeah.
yet another place. And
Neil's
like
all in on this conversation, however long it takes.
this is their name. They're usually, they're still working at about this hour. You'll be fine to just go in.
Thank you so much.
Of course, happy to be helpful.
Well, we'll be on our way. Thanks.
And if there's anything that we can do for you while we're here.
I want you to roll something.
Why?
Well, may I assist?
Yeah,
Or-
I think this is gonna be a negotiation.
Sure.
Can this be etiquette for me?
I think, Mule, I don't know that you have to roll. I think you can just give the +1
Okay.
to
Okay.
because there's a pretty serious class difference between you and Suki
Yeah.
that is paying in your favor.
Yeah, and I think as Lamb says that, like, if there's anything we can do to help, Mule will kind of glance back and step up and just say,
Honestly, if there is anything we can assist with, we'll probably be in the area for a couple of days. We're not in any hurry on our trip.
Add a +1 of this, everybody. A 10!
They sort of look at you and then shuffle their feet kind of awkwardly. That's really kind of you, but I need to get that stubborn old mule to pay his taxes.
Old mule.
Kiro tries really hard not to snicker in the back of the group.
What do you mean he won't pay his taxes?
It's
You're referring to
The
Mr.
argument.
Takatori?
yes. Mr. Taketori refuses to pay his taxes, saying that they would be squandered.
Is that
Mhm.
legal?
Well, I mean, no.
Ostensibly, it's not in most places.
Does he
Then-
mean squandered?
Then you can throw him in jail.
We don't
Don't
have
have a
one.
jail?
I don't
you
expect a
kidding?
place like this would
Victim.
have a jail.
Or you could
But-
get like a bunch of bamboo sticks and just tie them together.
DJ makes an excellent point. You can send them off.
You could probably
I'm
build you a
sorry
jail.
Get out
about
of
them.
Get out of town.
It's not our place to prescribe exactly how they run their town.
I'm not a police officer.
It seems like you should have a policy for when people don't pay their taxes.
Well, it's
Is
never
there-
been a problem before.
Is there
and-
a reason
Even
they
Patty's
would
paid their
believe that it's likely to be squandered? If you don't mind my asking.
You spending it on more paper stuff?
That would be squandering.
You did roll a 10. Okay. Well, he doesn't trust me. He thinks I'm bad at my job. And I can't do it. But I'm doing a great job. The town is fine. But he's I don't know. Nothing I do is enough. Nothing I do is good. Everything's just, you could do better, Suki.
Are
Think
you
harder.
family?
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, that was presumptive of me. The way you were talking was extremely familiar, which seemed a little unusual given the situation.
He's He's my grandfather.
Oh,
Oh.
My
Well,
mom
that
was his daughter.
oh.
Explains a lot.
Now I get why you didn't evict him.
I see why he keeps pestering you. It's fine.
Well, is there anything we can do to help smooth things over?
I don't think so. That's very kind of you, but really, this is a family problem that I have to deal with. I'm sorry to involve you and that you had to see that.
No, it's quite all right. It happens. Well, if there's anything else, we're happy to help.
She bows a little bit. Thank you. Really. Or they, rather.
Come on, everyone.
They'll make their way off toward their home, and I think actually as you're walking away, you see Taketori like looking out his window, like watching you, and then boom,
Yeah.
the window closes.
I want to talk to that guy. Find out what his problem is.
You could go talk to him tomorrow.
Let's.
We gotta go talk to the kindling factory first to get Mule some more fire starter book stuff.
Well, we could do both things. So Mule and I could go get him some more paper for his new book, for his notes, and then the two of you could go talk to Grandpa, and we'll
Sure.
tag team it.
That's probably a good idea, because I remember one time Mom ordered glue to her workshop, and then Kiro and I spent like a good afternoon smelling it, and it smelled really good.
Sniffing glue?
I thought I had this weird headache for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Real weird.
Did you feel like really high?
And also just don't eat any of it either. It's just
You what?
What do you
Kiro
mean
said it
don't eat
tastes
any of
good.
it? Why do you have to say that?
do it. Is all I'm saying. Just don't eat glue.
Yeah.
She
Yes,
said
that's
it
a-
tasted good, and so I ate it.
No, that's dangerous.
See, I mean, he survived. So
Lamb, let's go.
It didn't taste bad.
He just starts walking off, staff clicking.
seasoned it right, maybe.
All right.
Seasoned it. With pepper and glue.
A little bit of salt.
Wait for it to dry.
Just put on some ribs.
Mill's off to go buy some paper.
I'm tagging along. I'm running along.
Lamb trots up to catch up to you. And I think this is a good point for us to go to our last break.
Yeah, talking about huffing some glue.
Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna take 10 minutes.
Surprise anyone? No.
Don't huff glue.
Don't.
Don't
do it.
Literally anything the twins recommend doing.
Don't
Don't.
do
Wear
it.
sunscreen.
Don't.
Don't eat or smell glue.
Yeah.
Don't eat paste in the corner.
There's
All
no
right.
such thing as the base layer.
Oh, please. Just don't listen to them ever.
We're gonna go to a break. Stretch our legs, get some water. I recommend you do the same. And when we get back, you're going to find out why Taketori has such a stick up his ass, and also possibly why that fence is there. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to episode 17 of Ryuutama Seyo.
What?
You have split off. Let's go with who do I want to go with first? Let's go with the twins first.
The team don't huff glue.
The team we eat glue for breakfast.
Oh god.
Team talking to Taketori.
Team, what if we seasoned glue? All right,
Hey, Kira, the way I see this,
right. Yeah.
you're the muscle,
Okay.
and I am the charm. Oh, I think I picked this up from you.
No, I've never done that a day in my life. I don't know what this.
I've never done it before too, but I feel like I've seen you do this.
I've never done that before.
I'm gonna try it out.
Maybe you got it from Yul. I think Yul's done it a couple times.
No, I don't think Yul's done that.
It was Landon. It wasn't me. But yeah, okay. So maybe we should find out like why he's not paying his taxes first, because I could admire a bit of tax evasion. I think.
Could
but
you?
he's really sticking to it.
Yeah, fight the system when they're your own grandchild. That's.
And Nan fights me all the time on things, so.
That's true.
I'm used to it by now. Maybe they're just soft. Oh, taxes. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
let's
not
find out
the
what his deal
best
is.
at reading people, but let's find out what his deal is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear some clanging from inside, and you wanna go in, bug the old man. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna knock.
Okay, I put my foot down.
The marimba rattling of the bamboo forest at the edges of town is stifled by the sounds of fire and a puffing bellows as you walk into the thick heat of the smithy. Looking around, you see various objects in different states of completion, and a set of tongs and hammers on the wall, where a hammer with a green bamboo handle briefly catches your attention. The smith looks up from his forge and croaks out, "Can I help you?"
Howdy. I think we're off to a good start, Kira.
Great start to any conversation.
Just, I don't think so. But keep going.
We're new here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see how your day is going.
Fine, thanks.
Actually, we overheard the argument out in the town square. If you could
Sorry
call it
about that.
It's
Is
fine.
everything okay? We've heard that you're not.
I mean, yeah.
We heard you're not paying your taxes.
So Suki sent you
No, actually, we.
to talk me into paying my taxes.
No, they actually.
Got real curious.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, all the time.
I ask a lot of questions, and then I hope I get like some of the answers.
Maybe you should try not asking so many questions and just being happy with not knowing stuff.
It just
That's how I
seems
live
like
my life.
it seems like the current situation isn't a pleasant one.
Yeah, I can't say this conversation's getting any better as we go into it.
I just mean, you could be happier, they could be happier, you could all be happier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like come in a little bit at this point. So you do blacksmithing.
That's my job.
What kind of stuff do you make?
Tools. Horseshoes. He
Couple of
grabs
things.
he grabs some bars of like sort of pitted iron and says, "Maintain the fence."
What's the fence for, by the way? Really?
It's a fence. Keep stuff out.
Like bad things? Or see animals, monsters, ghosts.
Narrows his eyes. Roll me a negotiation check.
Oh no. Why did Kira open her fat mouth? Good. I'm a concentrate.
Okay.
Ask that question real hard.
8!
A 9?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a 9!
Yeah, because you concentrated.
Concentrate.
He narrows his eyes. This forest is old. It's got stuff in it that's dangerous.
think she's got like a twinkle in her eye, but's trying to play it cool, like dangerous stuff. Like,
and he goes to the anvil and grabs a hammer off of the wall, and starts banging out the iron into sort of long, flat strips. Leave a place alone long enough. It builds up history, magic, that sort of stuff. Things change, come alive.
When you say come alive, what do you mean by that exactly?
And I think we see him like bring the hammer down, and we cut over to Mule and Lamb, and the Foley is taken over by that sound of the bamboo bumping against each other. As the two of you walk to a paper
mill?
shop, a bookshop, I guess, a bindery. That's what it's called.
Bindery. One of Mule's favorite stores.
I think we cut to you like a block away, so you're still walking. Are you just walking in silence, or?
Probably. I think Mule's probably glancing back. Do you think it was good to let them go talk?
No.
Then why did...
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, hopefully they won't get us kicked out of town.
Oh, they're way too likable to get us kicked out of town.
He just looks blankly at her for a minute and says nothing.
We just get chibi.
That's the processing there is Mule patently disagrees, but he's not going to say that anymore.
We just see like dot, 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 question mark.
She's not stupid. She knows you don't agree.
Eh? Here we are.
I don't know very much about paper or books or binding books or any of that, so I'm just gonna keep my hands to myself.
Well, paper's very delicate, so that's a good idea to start with. Did you want to pick out a paper for your certificate?
Oh, that's a good idea. And I could probably pick out something to take back to Pappy's because they like to take notes about the herd.
You could probably find a journal they could use to make an almanac with.
Okay.
He'll open the door for her.
It's got
she goes
it
inside.
has a pretty strong aroma. Lamb, you don't think of books as, I mean, I don't know that you think of books, but you don't think of books as something that carries a smell.
Well, she's never spent much time opening like that fresh book smell. She's not familiar enough with it to know that it has a smell, right?
Yeah. If you've been around a printing press, that's what this place smells like. It's just got that like that whiff of like strong musty chemical.
So it's definitely a strong smell as we walk in.
Yeah.
That is fresher than even Mule is used to.
Yep.
He's used to old ass books, not this.
Mm-hmm.
She just walks inside and doesn't say anything. She's just like,
That's strong.
Yeah, so he's gonna shop around briefly, find a journal for himself that suits his taste. He is discreet and discerning about his choice, but he doesn't like take forever.
Mm-hmm.
But he takes a little while kind of looking through them and
on the other
paging
hand,
through.
Lamb is checking
Lamb
every
takes-
single.
forever.
Yeah, well,
She
because
doesn't know the difference, and she's holding up two books that might be identical. There's really no way to know.
it's like if you and they're not because they're all handmade, right?
Right,
So
exactly.
It's like you just walked into a produce section, but all it is apples. Like it's just
Yeah.
nothing but apples.
Uh-huh.
And
so
you can only buy one.
yeah.
So Mule has found the one he intends to purchase and has probably gotten some sheets of paper in addition to, because that's how he rolls, and he'll come back up to where Lamb is. Have you found what you want?
I'm not sure.
Are you trying to decide between those two?
Well, this one and this one and that one over there and that one down on the corner and that one over there, but I can't hold them all at once, so I'm just going bracket style.
There's like a card stock and like an origami paper and...
Well, they're outside most of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you want something that'll be sturdy and hold up to the elements. May I?
Yeah.
He'll take the one from her and give it a thumb through. If the paper quality of this one seems liable to survive, great. If it seems too thin...
This one's gonna fall apart in one winter. The moisture's gonna kill it.
Do you want to help me pick one out?
Sure. Just, if you see one you like, point at it, I'll get it.
Oh, I like all of them a little bit.
Is the store just in any kind of like any semblance of order? Like, are they categorized by paper type or something?
If you were to ask anyone else in the party, no. Definitely not organized. But yes, it's mostly organized by weight and contents. So
okay,
like the
great.
colors vary pretty wildly. It's not super consistent in the color of the stock, but
Okay.
like yeah, you can find a section of like some light card stock that's like acid free and archival or some shit.
Oh God, taking me back.
Went to
the...
art school.
I feel
Hey!
like she probably gravitates more towards like a reddish leather bound book for Pappies.
Yeah, he guides her to the area where there's like the paper that will be of a suitable stock, and then
Anything on this table is going to be fine.
That narrows it down from 1,000,000 to 1,000.
That one's got a double folded cover, so you could make sure that it's wrapped up. They can carry it on their belt or something. It's meant for travel.
Do you like it?
Well, it's functional.
Yeah, but is it like a good gift? Would you be excited to get it as a gift?
It's a journal, of course I would.
Yeah, would you be more excited to get this one as a gift compared to this one?
And she like points to a different one.
If you had to pick one that you were getting in the mail from your kind of daughter who hasn't been home in a while, and you were like, I'm totally stoked to forgive her for not coming home in a while because of this journal, which one would that be?
Well, if I'm an old man who's outside all the time, probably that one.
Are you an old man who's outside all the time?
No, but your pappies are. Aren't they?
Yeah, I was just joking. Because that's like what Mule is like in her brain.
Yeah. we get a chibi cutaway of like Mule with this big white beard and like shaking a cane at Danjin.
Yep.
While Danjin's frozen in an ice block.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonk.
And yeah, she takes it.
Okay, I'll get this one.
Oh, what do you think of these?
And he's holding up several different colorful sheets of paper.
I like this one.
And she points to like probably like the lightest colored of them. It doesn't really matter like what shade it is, but it's like the brightest paper.
It's probably like a sakura pink or something.
All right, I'll use this for your certificate then.
I'm so excited.
I'll be certified.
Okay. Let's go pay for these.
Okay.
And we'll go drop some money.
Yeah,
on
however much money.
paper.
Drop.
The notebooks are
Buying a
100.
Cool.
Paper sheets are something else.
Something.
Two.
Yeah.
Two.
Is it? Okay.
2. Okay.
Two gold.
All I saw was
Awesome.
like vellum in there, and I was like, that's not paper. That's a
They have
That's
they have
different.
leather page.
yeah, which is
Vellum.
it's parchment, friends. Just call
Yeah,
it parchment.
it's parchment.
Like,
Anyway,
which,
whatever you want to charge us for paper.
Chat, your education for the day is that paper and parchment are different in that paper is made from wood pulp and parchment is made from stretched animal skins. Now you know what that
Yes.
means.
Congratulations, you have learned a
Useless
thing.
information. Yeah, just it's same amount as leather page is 2. You said. Let's make paper 3
Okay.
because it's more expensive to. Oh, is it more expensive to make?
I don't know.
Only in D&D, really. Why is D&D weird like that? Paper's way cheaper to make. Let's make it 1.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Because, like, if you end up with an issue in parchment where, like, there's a hole in the skin, then when you stretch it out, it becomes huge.
Yeah.
Parchment is way harder to work with than paper. Anyway, just outing myself as a big printing nerd.
Hey. Look,
I think
it's fine.
we see you like set the paper and the books down on the counter, and we hear like this clatter as a wooden money box is put on the table, and that cuts us over to back to the twins.
How you guys doing?
So,
What was
you
the
asked
last
him a
thing that I
question?
asked him? Yeah, he said something comes alive.
Yeah. He
What kind of things?
roll me a negotiation, Danjon.
Sure.
You have outlived
Spend a
Kira's
spend a
9.
fumble point on this. All right.
He's warming to you. You're growing on him.
So I'm shooting straight from the hip.
Do you finger guns as you're like when you say alive?
Yeah, sure.
I'm so ashamed.
He puts the hammer down and says, "Put those things away, son. Look, I'm only telling you this because you're obviously travelers. You need to watch yourself when you're out there.
Always.
Things in this forest, the forest itself, can come alive.
Like the bamboo. I didn't see much else out there. I didn't hear any animals.
Yes, the bamboo.
Like eat people?
Well, hopefully not. That's what the fence is for.
It has eaten people.
The bamboo has its own ideas of what the forest and the people in it should be like. And you see him look at the hammer on the wall with that green bamboo handle. Sometimes the forest gives you things. Sometimes it takes stuff away. He hammers on the iron on the anvil some more.
What kind of things does it take away?
People,
Doesn't matter.
Danjon. People.
It doesn't matter. You just be careful. You won't have to worry about it.
I'm sorry that you lost some people.
He hammers and the piece of iron snaps in half where he hit it. Yeah. Well. God, you got a 14. You're killing these negotiation rolls.
We are not doing bad
friends.
for us two
Yeah.
twins.
I'm trying to have these like reserved characters, and you're like, open up to me. I rolled a 20. Like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
He looks down. I'll talk to Suki. But
I'm not saying that you have to just follow whatever you feel is right. I'm just...
there's more than magic out in those woods. And he gathers up the iron, happy with it. There's bandits too.
Bandits causing any problems around here?
They killed my daughter.
Well, we can't have that. And I pull out from my large backpack my horrible pot and the sword from my days in the Neko Goblin army.
He raises an eyebrow.
This is from my days in the service. Get your help in fixing these? I
You
think
run
there's
the
some bandits
military?
that need their... Not for very long, as honorably
Yeah, that
discharged.
shows.
So, yeah. So,
I don't make weapons anymore.
you fix any?
No.
Right.
I'm done making things that kill people. And he heads toward the door. You don't have to go to the inn, but you can't stay here.
Alright. Understood. Later, nice work, by the way. I'm gonna point out, thanks for the tools.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
Cool. Kira's like a little bit like, haha. Like, crafting.
Lamb and Mule, when you're done buying books, do you head back to rendezvous with the party, or where do you go?
We didn't. Nobody actually
We
talked
didn't
about
talk about that.
rendezvousing.
No, you didn't.
I think given that they didn't decide on a place, Mule would probably just take Lamb to like a public space that is visible,
Okay. Yeah, there's a park.
so they can wait for him. Yeah.
It's getting on toward evening now. I think the sun is like just giving off its last rays of dusk, and you can see the moon shining through the canopy above. And there's a small park with like a bench right next to a much larger park, which is a water park. Which apparently Lindy remembers talking about last week during town creation, and the rest of you are like, wait, what? Yeah, there's a small...
I super tuned out when that happened, I guess.
there's a small water park in the middle of town, with like a pool and some wooden chutes.
It's like bamboo
and
water park,
whatnot.
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the bamboo fountains. that
Yeah.
go-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
remember you doing that, Lindy, but I don't remember that happened. I don't remember that was a thing that was incorporated into the town.
I was very confused as to the scale of this water park.
I mean, there are some slides as well. But it's compared to modern times very
Sure.
small. But for you,
Yeah.
you'd be like, ooh, theme park.
I've never seen a water park before.
I think Kira was
Only
probably
now.
like talking with Danjin. All right, Danjin, we've got to go kill these bandits, figure out why this forest is eating people. Oh my gosh, is that a water park?
Looks like it.
Maybe tomorrow we can do all those other things, but tonight.
How did it go?
Hi.
Hey, did you get your like combustibles?
Yes. We got I got some stuff for Pappies, and I got paper for my certificate, and Mule got a new journal too, right?
Yes.
And some more paper, and none of it, Kiro, none of it is going to catch on fire.
Do that now. Bye.
If we're freezing to death, then maybe, but I highly doubt it in the middle of the summer, in the
I mean,
Summerlands.
if you get hit by lightning, I mean, sometimes some stuff can get burned.
Have you been hit by lightning?
Not personally. Actually,
I was gonna say, actually, though.
All of you were hit by lightning like 3 days ago.
Yeah. No, we've definitely all been hit by lightning.
Natural lightning. Not magic lightning, that's completely different. If the sky, okay, a person cursing lightning upon you is one thing. The sky cursing lightning upon you.
it happened.
Also, none of our stuff caught on fire when we were struck by lightning.
No.
That's true. You were also like super soaked.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it went pretty well. The forest eats people, and there's bandits in it.
What?
The what does? The
Surprised
florist?
they're not the forest.
Oh.
The bamboo
Forest
forest.
here.
I mean, forests can be kind of shifty. I'm not gonna lie. So it wouldn't surprise
Wait.
me. But-
The forest eats people, but
There's also bandits in it, which I'm surprised they haven't been eaten yet. Maybe they're in cahoots.
so it's not something in the forest?
No, it's the bamboo.
No, it's bamboo. That's why the fence is there. It's to keep the bamboo from eating the town and the people in it.
Did you ask if the bamboo eats you before or after you're dead?
I'm pretty sure it's before.
Before you're dead.
Pretty sure. I didn't ask specifically, but it sounded like. Not like, oh, you know, your body's reclaimed by nature. It sounded like it's gonna eat you.
Oh. So like the bamboo splits open and grows a bunch of teeth.
Just. Yep. Maybe it impales you first and then just drains all your blood out.
Bamboo's
Yeah,
pretty
it's like
blunt on the end though.
insides. Not if you've. Have you had like broken bamboo? That can be pretty sharp.
Yeah, but bamboo doesn't break itself. At least not on purpose.
I mean,
That I've seen.
if it's trying to eat people, it might.
Splintery bamboo stalks shooting up out of the ground and impaling
Exactly, it's terrifying.
people for no
We should-
reason.
You attend this water park.
While we're alive, we should.
Exactly.
If we're not going to make it out of here otherwise. But how do you know that the bamboo in the water park isn't going to eat you?
Sure, it's dead because it's like yellow, not green.
Because they cut it off.
Yeah.
But maybe it has lingering spirits.
I mean, I don't see any corpses floating around. The water
But we've
park.
seen haunted hotels, so who's to say?
It's true. I mean, I guess we'll find out the hard way.
If we're dead after we
We
go down
die.
the water slide.
We'll know.
We'll know then.
Go
At
one
least
a time.
everyone watching will
Andrew,
know.
you should go first.
I love that I can just sit here and let the Kiro and Lamb machine go, and
Magic makes you heavy, okay?
That's science.
Neil just gets increasingly tired every time they talk to each other.
it's then that you notice the sound of the swaying bamboo has gotten louder.
It's he is just talking about its cannibalistic,
It's
blood-sucking
talking trash.
rays. Yeah.
It's
You wanna
like
fight me,
God, get
bamboo?
'em.
Fight me.
Go
It has
punch
gotten
one.
louder and closer,
Oh.
and some deep, primal fear sends a chill down your spine.
Out my glaive.
Kiro draws her weapon, and then you hear a scream from behind you, back toward the smithy.
Turn around.
Is it like a ah or a ah? Is it like a smithy scream or like
Ah!
The first one.
Oh.
Cool. Mule's gonna run in that direction with a spell at the ready and his book floating behind him.
Okay. As you're running, a woman runs past you, clearly terrified, and doesn't bother to stop and talk with
a
you.
must have gone through the fence?
All right. Well, we're going that way, or at least Mule is. I don't know what you all are doing.
So you
Oh, Kira, as soon as she heard a scream, would have taken off running.
you run back, and over like by the smithy, you see like a dropped basket with some like sheafs of paper that are floating away in the wind, presumably from the woman that just ran past you. sort of a couple blocks down the road, like the both of you are coming toward the same intersection, you can see Taketori running back. But then right there in the intersection, you see two things. You see a gelatinous, gooey shape with an eye, and behind it you see a tall, ambulatory stalk of bamboo with a pair of legs and a pair of arms.
I gesture towards it and look at Mule.
And it's a battle time.
I mimic Kiro and also gesture to it.
What? You
Oh,
may
wow.
all roll,
Non this car.
you may all roll monster knowledge if you would like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look, it's goop.
It's
As
good.
that go? I'm a bamboo monster.
Knowledge.
Alright,
Monster
let's see.
knowledge.
Oh, here we
Manster
go.
knowledge.
Wow, I'm so smart. I can't wait to roll this one. It wasn't terrible.
So glad I buffed my int today.
Bang.
Whoa.
I think the difficulty is its level, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to identify the bamboo here.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember slimy?
Let's see. Everyone but Lamb knows what this thing is.
Are you kidding me? I rolled an 8. I was so
You
close.
rolled an 8. It's a level 9 monster.
What about the slimy thing?
Why is my Roll20 scrolling on its own? That's weird. All right. The slimy thing. I'll let you know what the slimy thing is, Lamb, because you're so knowledgeable about monsters.
Thank you. I am.
So for the rest of you, this bamboo creature is known as a brave bamboo.
So brave.
In large, deep forests, one in several tens of thousands of bamboo develop into a brave bamboo. These mysterious bamboo trees become mobile and move around bamboo groves on their own. It is said that brave bamboo have different items inside them depending on who defeats them. And due to this legend, there is no end to those who hunt brave bamboo. It is said that a barren couple that wanted a child very badly found a treasure inside one, a baby who went on to be a legend. So that's what the bamboo is. The slimy thing, Lamb,
Is my new pet, Christopher.
the slimy
No?
thing is a slime.
And
Wow.
It is
and
a magical creature that resembles slime molds. Though most have oozing jelly-like bodies, there are some with a cuter rounded shape. This is
which one's this one?
This is a cuter one.
Do they are they evil?
They're kind of. Yeah.
Did he get mixed up in the wrong crowd with this bamboo freak?
No. No.
Oh.
Did the
but
bamboo freak get mixed up in the
so-
slime crowd?
The thing you should know about the brave bamboo, because I'm supposed to give you a strength or weakness about when you succeed on these checks. The thing you should know about the brave bamboo is they are magical, and thus they can harness some magic against you. The thing you should know about the slime is they decay things that they touch,
Cool.
like
Well, that's fine.
things like metal.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
Good thing I
So
only use my fist, right? It'll
don't
only
let it-
decay my hands.
don't let it touch you.
Don't let it touch me.
Yeah.
I got
let's
you.
Let's get some initiative.
Oh.
Oh yeah. And
Oh,
while we do
yeah.
that,
Blomp.
I'll work on some items because I have the great sword artifact for Budaya. That means we get twice as many objects.
Your joke. You've got to be. This has got to be a simple joke.
God,
But
Lamb.
I have my shield, right?
You
Doesn't
do.
that do something?
That does. It sets your initiative to a minimum for defense, for them hitting you.
Yeah.
So
Are we doing the? Okay.
Are we doing the dodge rolls? No,
Yeah. Okay.
because I don't have that artifact.
Okay. Cool.
But what that means is when I try to hit you, the target number is your initiative or the shield defense bonus, whichever is higher.
Okay.
All right.
I can edit mine to say 4, 7. So we just remember.
All right. we've got a fallen basket. We have some strewn papers.
Yeah. Kindling.
What else do we have here?
Piece of broken fence.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some puddles from the water park.
Fence, and you can see a bit of the iron fence sticking out of the slime and slowly dissolving.
Nice. Not really an object per se, but like an area where it's squishy mud.
Ooh, okay, muddy ground.
Yeah.
All right. Summer, you haven't done an item yet.
I just said the puddle.
Oh, the puddle. Okay. A puddle.
Broken bamboo.
Broken
Yeah, we did
bamboo.
mention that. Okay.
Tangent?
I'm not sure.
A big old rock.
A big old rock. A big old rock.
Love rocks.
Like the type of rock that like is like purposely placed in a park for kids to kind of like climb up onto.
Mm-hmm.
Not a throwing rock, but a
You're-
climbing rock.
You're back by you're over by the smithy now. You're not at the
Oh yeah.
park, but we can have a big old decorative rock. Yeah.
Decorative rock. Or a rock they
rocks
just
are
couldn't
okay.
move when they were clearing out the town.
Yeah, they're like, I guess this is here now.
Yeah.
Yes, I know,
It's
right?
decorative. All right. Chat, if you have items that you want to throw at us, feel free.
If we're near the smithy, maybe there's some
Hot coals.
like metal shavings.
Coals. And scrap metal. And
Kindling.
Okay.
Like actual kindling, not paper.
Let's say
I mean,
a pile of firewood.
Yeah.
That makes sense that would be outside. All right. So, look at the initiative for these grizzly motherfuckers. Bamboo goes to 8. Tying with Mule. Mule, what's your condition today?
My condition?
Yep.
7?
7. And its condition is... Okay. It goes before you. And then Slimy. What's your initiative? Oh. Oh. Are we all stacked up on 4? Jesus Christ.
Me. Psh.
Me and Danjan are both on 4.
Okay, Danjan, what is your condition?
It was pretty good. Let me just.
Oh, it was 9, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was one short of 10. That's right. Yep.
All right. I'll tie break in the slime's favor, so it'll be Lamb, and then Slime, and then Danjan. All right. Okay, Kiro gets to go first. Surprising.
Me.
Nolan.
And if I know it corrodes stuff to my nice clay.
Don't touch the slime, it'll
It's
burn your skin.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna hurt your weapons. I'll tell you.
Okay. Well then, shark bite, stabbity stab, here I come.
It has an on-hit effect.
That hits
That
it.
is bad for you. Yeah, it's real easy to hit. Its initiative is 4.
Oh.
So, for 4 damage, does this sucker have armor? Nope. Okay. So you
I want to get to Bamboo Boy,
you
but I
you,
gotta get to the slime first.
you swing into the slime and just like lop a jello chunk off of it, and it like slurps onto the ground and like a gusher's splash.
Mildly satisfying.
And the little eye in it sort of rotates and like turns to look at the little puddle that just got made. Then it is bamboo time. This bamboo creature looks at all of you, and then you feel pressure right? Like a storm is coming in, right? You feel that heavy pressure from the air, and the canopy opens
We
up,
all get hit by lightning.
and then you all get hit by lightning. That's all Dylan does. No.
And everybody's books catch on fire.
Let's see. I'm just gonna go in overlay order. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is attacking. Oh, fun. It is attacking Lamb.
Okay, good.
And it is going to spend. It doesn't
I'm
need
fine.
to spend anything for that. It is going to roll spirit. What's your spirit, buddy? Pretty good. It's an 8. As a moonbeam.
Sure.
Oh, I should make sure it doesn't fumble. Doesn't fumble. As a moonbeam, lights upon you, Lamb.
Sure.
And all of you see her like illuminated, and then there's a hissing, whistling sound, and a spear of silvery light descends from the moon and deals 5 damage.
Actually, it deals 1 damage.
Ignoring armor.
Fuck. F
Because
you.
it's magic.
Why would you do this right after we shopped, Dylan? Can't you just let my shit do what it's supposed to do?
Because I'm awful.
Fight me!
Because
Never
magic
once has this
is
happened
rude.
to me.
And it. Let's see, how much damage? You've got so much health. You're fine.
I'm fine.
This spear of light. I think you can see it coming and dodge mostly out of the way. It just like grazes, your arm, Lamb, before embedding in the ground right next to you, and it's like a razor sharp shard of bamboo.
Cool.
Mule, it's your turn.
Cool. Well, seeing that, Mule's a little bit upset, and without missing a beat, he just gestures. And I'm going to do a magic check, because I'm going to attack the bamboo jerk with Shooting Star.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's made of wood, and why not throw fire on it? Let me
Shit, I
get
forgot.
my sheet.
It is summer, and they have the summer season, so slime is actually on 5, and then the 2 of you are
You.
here.
All right. So, yeah, Mule swings his arm forward in a gesture, and we see heat start to form, and he says, "Power of the heavens, rain down and smite those who oppose me! Shooting Star!"
Hell yeah.
Does a 15 do it?
Does a 15 beat its condition? It does.
Okay. 2 damage.
But you can tell, right? Like it's not a close hit. It wasn't like you just barely got it, but you can tell this thing has a pretty strong spirit that is protecting it. And you deal 2 damage, you said?
Yep.
Ignoring armor. Sweet. All right. Next is the slime's turn. The slime got glooped, and it wants to gloop you back.
Okay.
I think. Is it
Yeah,
gonna?
that's fine.
Is it? I'm gonna roll a d4. Yep. It's glooping you back.
Gloop
Let's see
me.
if it can hit. Probably not.
Smell like
but-
glue?
Does a 10 hit?
You can't huff the slime, Kiro.
My
Please
my
don't.
initiative's 12.
Don't huff the
Jesus.
slime.
This is my
Yeah.
condition, so you know.
So it just sort of like it slimes towards you, leaving like a little trail, and like grows kind of tall and then flops, trying to like flop onto you. You can easily sidestep it.
Let's try.
But it is faster than you had expected. It's not, for how cute it is. It's pretty lithe. Bringing us to
It
Lamb.
tastes like Jello.
Hi.
Don't eat it. Don't eat the slime.
Kiro, slimes aren't snacks.
What you gonna do, Lamb? You gonna punch a
Okay,
slime?
well, no, I'm not gonna punch a slime. I'm gonna
Okay.
move up.
You can't.
I want to punch the bamboo.
You can't.
Why?
Because the slime occupies the front row.
Yeah.
Huh? We gotta get through the slime.
It's like this big.
It's welcome
Them's
to
the rules.
Ryuutama. If the front area has a creature in it, you can't get to the back area. If you defeat all the creatures in the front
I
area,
didn't just
then
shoot bamboo in the back because I knew we were punchy.
It's all right.
I literally can't do anything. It will hurt me if I punch it.
it's
Just
not.
have Mule
It's,
kiss it, make it better when we're
it's
done.
not
It'll
gonna
be fine.
hurt you if you punch the slime. If it hits,
Yeah.
if it hits you, then something bad happens. If you hit it, nothing happens except that you hurt it.
Okay, because I don't want to get my freaking hands corroded by slime.
I mean,
Just when
yeah,
I'm
that's
punching
fair.
it.
but
Yeah, and my gloves, my nice gloves.
yeah, but mechanically, I'm not gonna fuck you for hitting this thing.
Attacking it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll punch it. As I do with everything. Every obstacle I've ever come across,
can
I've
kick
punched
it.
my way. No. Why would I do that when I have
You just step in the gloop.
super strong
You
arms?
just step and it's just like sloops, like you stepped into some real soupy mud.
Ugh.
And I'll use. Nothing's been used, right?
Oh, we've not
Yeah.
used anything. So
I'm gonna use that basket
All right.
because this is a cute slime. You said, right?
Mhm.
You said it was round and kind of cute, so I'm gonna try and trap it under the basket.
Yeah,
But,
look at that.
like,
It's cute.
Putting the basket and then immediately like hopping on top of the basket probably isn't a good look. So definitely still doing damage here, but
Okay.
that's what this is.
All right.
Here we go. So add a
Poor-
+1 to this one.
Poor woman's
Whatever this is.
basket.
So that's plus another
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Its initiative is 5. You
Sure.
hit.
Okay, here we go. 2.
You put the basket on it and like push down to try and crush it, and it just like sieves out of the basket, like swirling in like little fountains. And the eyeball just
I couldn't have done worse.
eyeball blorps out from underneath the basket.
Nasty.
What a...
This motherfucker. It's so weak too.
I literally can't believe what I've just rolled right now.
I
That's so
love this
upsetting.
slime. I love it so much. It's my
Don't kill the
favorite.
slime. Trap it under the basket.
All right, Danchin, it's your turn. You see your sister and your friend struggling with this slime as it just sort of like bloop, 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 all over the place, and then fucking like giant full-size bamboo stalk calling down the wrath of the moon.
Yeah,
What do you
I
do?
think Danchin runs to the front row. Because we're doing like a house rule where we can move and do something, right?
Yeah, you can move into the front row just fine, no problem. And from the front row you can move back if you succeed a dodge check.
Okay. Yeah, Danchin's moving up, and I think he says to Lamb, looks like you need some help, buddy. And then he goes, flames of the bonfire, light it up, scarlet passion. And he has to, I think it's a touch thing. So I think I actually have to I think I put my hand on Lamb's back, and like a sigil of like a bonfire appears on her back.
Sick! You're ready for Coachella now.
Yeah.
Thank God. I had my braids and my feathers, but I was missing my
You get to
firebrand.
re-roll
Sick
your-
tats.
Your initiative, Summer.
Oh shit.
I do?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh my
And you
God.
get to take the. If it's
Roll a-
lower,
roll
you
a
don't have
magic
to.
check.
Oh, magic check. Yeah.
Magic check.
I guess
Oh my
that's it.
God. Don't fumble this, Jolie.
Could you imagine?
Please, I
Don't
need
you dare.
this.
Can you imagine? Yes, I can, because this has happened before.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Blessed. Okay. Okay, here I go. Let me try again.
8!
8.
That's a lot better. You need to go
That is
hang
a
out
lot
with
better.
Mule.
Still better. Yeah.
You're right before Mule. All right.
Thanks.
And that brings us back to Kiro.
Deputy.
All right. So we see Kiro. You lopped one part off. It got squished out of
Right.
basket. You're gonna lop
know-
another part off.
I feel like this thing needs to just stay down there, and so I'm gonna use the muddy ground that it's being kind of smooshed underneath to kind of
Mhm.
flick upwards with my glaive to try
Mhm.
to combat it. Just trap it between the basket and stab it good.
All right. Roll that hit. Yep. Yep, that hits.
All right, cool. Can we not?
What is happening with the minimum
damage?
damage for us tonight?
Oh no!
Not cool. Not cool.
You like
Not great.
flick up. You flick up the mud, expecting it to like shy back away toward the basket, and it just sort of like gets hit by some mud and like turns confusedly, and then you stab into it. It blorps around, like there's a little air bubble that pops up around your glaive, and it rolls its eyeball up to look at you.
Why do you do this to me? I just had you sharpened in town.
And then the
Cursed.
bamboo is going to do the exact same thing it did before. It is going to
Wing
look-
that ley lance at us.
That does not defeat your condition, Lamb. So the spear comes down and it lands like a foot behind you. You hear it, but you're fine.
I mean, my condition is 15, so.
And that brings you to
It's Lamb's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
She
punt.
rebuilt.
I will use I'm gonna use the papers like paper towels to try and soak up the
You're
slime.
gonna mop up the slime.
Bounty.
Okay. Are you so? Are you specifically not trying to kill this thing? Is that your goal? You're just trying to like get it out of the way.
Here's the deal. Lamb is not trying to specifically kill it. Yes, she's trying to get it out of the way. Me is totally okay with Lamb accidentally killing it because
Okay.
she's trying to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Okay,
not
I
trying
get
to
you,
do
I get you.
non-lethal damage in
Okay.
character. I'm trying to do lethal damage,
All right.
but Lamb is not trying to do lethal
right.
damage.
Go for it.
If that makes sense.
Roll your hit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you literally.
feel
couldn't
like-
miss.
I feel like that hits. Okay,
It does.
here we go. Take 2.
Damage.
3.
No, take 3.
You know, these damage rolls are so underwhelming.
It's so
compared to our
annoying.
accuracy
It's so
check.
Like,
I have a 12 in
precision.
strength. I have a 12 in strength and I'm rolling 2 and 3. That's annoying as heck.
Yeah.
Do I
have a
need to come
+2
up front and
damage.
Help us.
slap you with Sprout
Help me.
again?
Slap
And
me.
just do nothing else for the rest of the fight?
You rolled a 2. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you try
How's
and
Blorp doing?
you try and mop it up, and you're like
So lucky.
you're getting some of it, and you think you've got it, and you're like, aha, soaked up, and then you like squeeze just a little bit too much, and it whoop, out of the paper towels and like on top
Just
of
Deer
your hands.
2.0.
I was gonna say, this is the deer all over again. Fuck this.
At which point, Mule, it's your turn.
All right. So, seeing the strug we're having with our slimy friend in front, I have a couple questions because I forget. Time of day? Is the moon
Night.
out? Is my question.
Yes, the moon is out.
Can we see it?
Yes.
Sweet. Guess what I'm doing.
Are you using the bamboo zone magic?
Fuck yes, I am.
All right.
Yeah, so he's going to cast it on our slimy friend in the front though, so that we can get this little monster out of the
forward.
way. Yes, so we can advance. I'm gonna do the magic check and then do all of the cool aesthetic bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I should have rolled
Hey.
an additional 1d6 of damage against Lamb. It's fine.
So the book flutters to a new page as it hangs out, hovering in the air before him, and he casts his hands up toward the moon and says, "O guardian of the moon, send down your wrath to skewer my enemies!" And, yeah. So we see not really the spotlight of the moon, but the light sort of sheds down and there's a little bit of a glimmer. And then several skewers come down on the slime.
Nice.
Hopefully
That's,
the damage doesn't suck.
It's your spirit die plus a d6.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
That's more damage than anyone else has done so far.
Yeah, for fucking real.
That is
Guess
the
whatever
last
total.
2 attacks cumulatively.
God.
So yeah, it's
How's our slimy friend doing?
it's
Now that
on
I've
top
added
of
toothpicks.
it's on top of Lamb's hands, and then all of these like silvery skewers come down and land like around, like between your fingers, Lamb, and they're like little bloops, little plops as they pierce through, and you can see the eyeball like moving around inside the goo to like dodge the spears, and then it just sort of up off of your hand and off of the skewers and rolls backwards a little bit. It's significantly smaller than it was at the beginning of this fight. It's
Jesus.
about the 5th the size that it was when you started.
God damn it.
It's like the size of a grapefruit or a small watermelon at this point.
Great.
And it's turn.
Slime.
And it's just gonna like roll up to you, Lamb. It's gonna try and like roll into your boots.
Ew.
Sure.
Accuracy. Jesus Christ.
Wow, that actually does not hit me.
It has a D10. Its second die is a D10. I just want to say.
Well,
Well, it can't hit us and we can't hurt it. So.
Yeah, it just like it rolls up to your foot and you can just like step over it. It's much slower now.
baby, I want to keep it in the bottle.
Uh,
Tamagotchi.
all right, Danjin.
Muted.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were like thinking or
Thinking.
if your mouth was just being very like
Animated, well, I
imperceptible.
thought. I'm gonna throw my boomerang at it and see what happens.
Okay. 4 does
nope.
not hit. This is the first miss on this thing. I think you aim and then it's like going for Lamb's foot, and so you have to like aim a little more conservatively. And if it had been its original size, you totally would have hit it. But now that it's so much smaller, you're just like you barely graze past it.
Yeah, and I feel like I was so close to Lamb already that literally like it wasn't enough distance to really properly throw the boomerang at it anyway.
It like sticks into the ground.
Yeah, and then I have to run and get it.
Kiro,
Right.
it's
I've had
your
enough
turn.
of this thing. I'm just gonna try to drown it in the puddle with my glaive.
I just hold it under. Wait for
Oh my
it to stop
God.
kicking. All right, roll.
Does it need to breathe though?
That hits.
Let's
Roll
see, we
damage.
have-
Please roll minimum damage.
Fuck.
Aw.
Oh.
Hey,
Are you using lethal or non-lethal damage?
definitely lethal. This thing has been a pain.
All right. So you hold it under the puddle, and then there's just like a bloop, and the eyeball floats up, disconnected from the rest of
Drowned
the
a
slime.
fucking slime.
I actually didn't think this needed to breathe. I didn't think that was gonna work. Science! Lambs,
And-
slimes need to breathe.
You've got your glaive like
You
pressing
sure?
pressing down into the puddle, and then you hear a rustling as the bamboo steps forward,
Bring it. Come at me, bro.
and it is going to bring it. It is going to attack you, Kiro,
Bring it. Fight
and
me.
it's going to concentrate
Wait.
for a +1, and oh my god, an 8 doesn't hit, right?
Oh.
Nope. All right. So it you hear this rustling as it steps forward, and then a bunch of like knife sharp bamboo leaves bury in the ground just in front of you. But you avoid damage, bringing us to Lamb. It's It's here now.
I can't wait to punch it. I'm going to punch.
All right.
Here I go.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes. Here I go. Fingers crossed times 1,000. 6.
Hey. All right. You punch into it, and there's a hollow sound as you hit it, and you feel and it like sways backwards, and you feel some of that punch dissipate, but you do definitely hurt it.
Okay, cool.
And Mule.
My turn?
It is.
Okay. I haven't done a not actual magic in a while, so I guess I'm just gonna shoot at it. Well, for Mule, this is aesthetically he's just slinging ice swords, but it's his bow.
It's flavored as magic still.
It's flavored as magic because why would he carry a fucking weapon?
All right.
So we just see him gesture and point, and a little ice sword forms in the air. I think I should use an item too. I think he's gonna actually like aim for a piece of the fence to like strategically hit it and have it wing like a spear or something sharp back at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's doing a billiards move.
Hell yes.
Effectively.
Okay.
All right. So I get a plus one on top of that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So it'll be what? Int dex -1, or not? That
Actually, mine is
fancy.
Mine is +1 on mine because I doubled down on my training.
Captain Fancy Pants. That hits.
Cool.
Roll damage.
Fuck.
Yeah. So you're right on target. You hit the bit of fence, and it like springs up and whirls through the air, and then just like this thing is like this wide, and so the fence just like whirls past it and hits the ground. Bringing us to
some damage.
all Slimo. It has armor.
Oh, damn.
Yep. Slimo's gone. Rip Slimo. Danger.
Rip.
You're muted again.
Yeah, Danjin does like one of his little like dances, and he says, "Stormy skies, dance and twirl, cyclone," and I'm gonna cast my cyclone.
Ooh.
Spell.
Is that an area spell?
Nope.
What's it do?
It does dex and spirit plus dex damage on myself and the target.
Interesting. Whoa! Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, so I think there's like kind of like dark bluish gray like magical energy that swirls around Danjin, and it gets really cold all of a sudden, like, and the wind picks up, and yeah, I guess I get closer to the monster than the others, and like a cyclone just kind of starts swirling around us, and we'll see how much damage it does to both of us.
Kind of wishing for high, but also kind of wishing for low. This is a strange sensation.
Oh fuck.
How much HP do you have, little brother?
I got 21.
Oh, well, you had 21.
It's okay. Yeah. I got it.
6.
Don't worry.
Yeah. The winds howl and like pick up that bit of fencing that Mule dislodged, and like the bit of fencing that was in the slime and like some rocks and pebbles and stuff, and just batters the hell out of both of you, and it rustles angrily at you and is like covered in like nicks and scrapes now.
Yeah, I think there's a moment where the rest of you can't even see us. Like we're literally just inside of like a funnel cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it dissipates, you see that we're both injured.
Yeah.
Y'all seeing that is just to be like, oh, you idiot!
Baka. All right,
Baka.
Kira.
Right. Well, seeing my brother injured doesn't make me happy, and I was busy drowning a slime in the puddle, so I probably missed the beginning of what happened. And so she's gonna take out her dripping glaive and then set it in the hot coals and heat it up,
Ooh.
and then go for a stab.
Okay.
Nice.
Wicked.
That hits.
Please be max damage.
Come on.
Not bad. Close
Mine's
to
pretty
max.
fucking good. All right. And then minus armor. Yeah, you swing into it, and there's like a heavy wooden sound as you chop really hard into it, and then it just like smokes a little bit where you burn the bamboo. At which point it turns to you.
Bring it.
And is going to try and rain those razor sharp leaves on you again. That hits. An 18 hits.
Cool. Yeah, an 18 hits. Did it.
And you will take 9 damage before armor.
Okay, and I have 2 armor now.
So you take
Actually,
7.
wearing armor. Cool.
And yeah, these almost like sharpened silver leaves fall from up in the canopy and just cut across your arms and your legs.
Nathan flinch.
Hell yeah. Lamb.
I don't think there's any surprise about what I'm gonna do.
You gonna punch?
Things on the ropes.
Punch.
I really just want to punch it, so I'm gonna do that.
You can
know.
do that.
You
Shot.
could kick it.
I'm going to punch it.
All right. Go for it. Yup.
Do I do it, Dylan?
You've never missed anything in your life. What are you
Tell
talking
me.
about?
Have I done it? Did I do it? Did
You
I punch it?
You did do it.
Here I go.
Oh
Did I
yeah.
do it?
It our girl.
You punch it and there's a loud crack. Like before you felt it sway, but this time you caught the rhythm of its motion and got it as it was swaying towards you and met it in its movement, and there's this resounding crack that runs like across the clearing as you very nearly kill this thing. It is just barely hanging on. But you
got it,
feel
Mule?
you feel it shudder against your fist, and it's like it's stunned, essentially. You know,
Well,
you can do it, buddy.
there are 2 things I could do. I could go heal somebody who needs it a little and let the next person
Yeah.
do the hit. Or attack and hope
Just
for the
do
best.
this. Yeah.
I mean, if you
Just
ask
do
me,
it.
DPS is healing because it's damage
Lamb
that
is
doesn't get
cheering
done to
you
your party.
on.
Well, it's going to be a magic again. Give me a hot second while I decide which way to do this.
Do it. Do it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well, we're just going to
Catch
use
a
its
bamboo by
own...
the toe.
Yeah, we're just going to hoist by its own petard and do Kaguya's Ley Lance again.
Nice.
Second verse, same as the first. In the name of the moon, I will punish you, I guess.
Hell yes. Roll that magic check.
That is
I need it.
absolutely not what he says. It's just
Yes,
like
it
what I
is.
say.
It is
Maybe
canon.
it is.
I like it.
It is canon now, and you pass.
All right.
So, do.
Blast this mofo.
Let me make sure I'm using the right
Blast him.
heckin' stat. Okay. Boom.
Yeah. So again, these like little silver knives come raining down, and then you just hear like as they all stick.
Excuse. Silver lances. They're not
Sorry.
small. They're bamboo sized.
Lances. Jesus. Okay. They were small when you did very little damage to the slime. They're much bigger
Yeah.
now. Got it.
Yeah, this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, just like a series of 8 silver lances stab into the bamboo, and it falls down in the street.
You did it.
Mule's gonna run to Danjin.
Kira's
and...
gonna like turn around and just kind of like grab him, like, "Are you okay?"
What did you do that for?
I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to be useful.
It's like you tripped and fell in a water spout.
Casting Cure Plus.
You look
all the cure shit. There's like
Cure-
3 spells
cure the
rolled into
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Cure Plus XL. And he just gestures because he doesn't need to touch to do this anymore with this.
Illumination of life, which regenerates all.
You can heal 13.
Holy shit.
All right. Yeah,
the-
Danjin just is like, I missed out on the last battle, and I didn't want to let you guys down again.
DJ, you did amazing. You did great.
Just
Thanks.
be careful.
I will.
Yeah. Me and Carol can take a punch, so you don't need to worry about putting yourself like right in harm's way unless we're dead.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to try it out.
You did great.
Thanks.
Very.
As you have your touching moment and the bamboo creature falls, you hear Suki cry out, "Grandfather!" And they come running over, pulling Takatori into a warm embrace, which he reciprocates. I was worried that something had happened, and that the last conversation we'd had was... Well. And you can see like a glitter of moonlight in Taketori's eyes. I came running as soon as I heard. I didn't want my mistakes to cost me the last of my family. I'm sorry, Suki. I've been unfair. He looks deeply uncomfortable. He looks very similar to Mule, honestly.
Mule is like grabbing the others and just kind of like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, and as we're walking away, Danjin's like, do you think he'll pay his taxes now?
Do you think Lamb's walking away from this situation? Because that is
She's
not
so-
happening right now. She's listening bated breath.
Scooping up the
Lamb.
eyeball that's floating in the puddle.
Yeah, do you wanna roll some harvesting checks,
Please,
Kira?
please.
Go ahead
I forgot
and
he
do
could do
that.
this.
Gross. Gross.
And
Concentrate.
Taketori says, I sold those weapons. The ones that killed your parents. I wanted to blame them for going out, not being careful. And God, all I wanted was for you to be back home and be safe. I'm sorry. You're a good mayor. And that hammer, and he looks at the bamboo, that I got from them, it made me a good smith. Suki sort of pats his arm. I appreciate that. And I may have exaggerated your taxes a little bit. Because of what you said about Mom and Dad. So, sorry. And when they say that, there's a crack, and the bamboo splits open, revealing a pair of silver bracelets with the word Gozen emblazoned on each of them. What do you do, Kira?
Pretty sure that she knows that's both of their last names. Be like, so like I found this. Sorry to interrupt, but like it's in this.
They've both got like tears streaking down their faces. Not.
This belongs to you guys.
Oh. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, for, he gestures at the mess.
Yeah. No, this is
Pretty typical for us.
Right. Sorry about that.
No, it's my fault. One second. And he walks inside and then comes out a moment later holding the hammer with the green bamboo handle that the twins saw earlier. When I was a lot younger, I was having trouble feeding my family. And I went into the forest and he gestures toward the bamboo. Found one of those. And this was inside. And it fixed everything. But then when May died, I couldn't use it anymore. I guess the forest got angry. So.
Well, you should keep trying.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really being honest. By making weapons is who I am. And he stands up a little taller. If you ever need that kind of work, come back to Jade Hollow.
Mule looks at Kiro.
I can't fix that thing, it's terrible. I'll make you a new one.
Can you teach me how to make a new one?
She's fairly skilled with craft work.
He holds up his staff.
He looks at it. It's on you to learn, but you can hang out. And he like goes into the
She goes, understood, and then he kind of turns around and is like, yes. Like, turns back.
And he calls
for the apprentice.
He
never
calls
the
from
master.
inside the smithy. He calls from inside the smithy. I expect you here at dawn.
No problem.
Yes, problem, Kiro. Yes, problem. You don't get up at dawn.
She does now.
I'll do a
I'll wake you up.
now.
I'll cast an alarm for you.
I'll wake you up
run
with...
first. Yeah, let's wake up before dawn. We have to eat breakfast, and then we'll go on a run, and then I'll go to the smithy. And then
I was going to say that I would wake you up by bringing you bacon and eggs.
favorite person, and she just brings you in.
I think
What an emotional moment.
I think
Truly,
that
so intimate.
we pull away. We pull away, and we see the shape of a young boy in fine clothes, the pair of horns, sort of standing in the shadows of a nearby house. He finishes writing on a piece of paper, rolls it up, steps into the moonlight, and assumes the shape of a raven before flying away. And with that, we end episode 17. So, thank you all so much for hanging out, even though we started late. braked along and ended late. Yep, that's how it goes sometime. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. But before we go, let's go around to talk about who we are, where people can find us, starting with Jess.
Hey. I am Jess, Little Cup of Joe, basically literally everywhere on the internet that you might be able to find me, but mostly Twitter and Twitch. I make games, I make things related to games, I run games, I also voice act in games. I do things, and games are often involved. Speaking of games, I've decided I don't normally stream on Sunday nights anymore after this show, but I really want to play more Fire Emblem, and I want you all to come with me, so
Yes.
I'll be doing that in like around an hour, give or take, on my channel. And we will continue to rep the Blue Lions because kitties are neat.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Summer.
Yes. Hi, I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's where I retweet everything that I've got going on. Currently, I'm just here every Sunday. You really just I'm not going to get into it. Just follow me on Twitter. That's the best place. And we also have a channel here on Twitch, off_the_table, and the same handle on Twitter. Where we do streams on Thursdays and Fridays. But here in the next couple of weeks, we will be getting back into full-time games. So keep an eye out for those. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be releasing Cape Lorelei. And the next week, Isidro Beach, our 2 new Urban Shadows podcasts. So yeah, just follow those 2 Twitter accounts if you're interested.
Be interested.
Be interested. Do it. Follow them even if you're
it.
not. Become interested.
Yeah. Look, if you can somehow watch this show and not be interested, I don't know how to help you, and I'm really confused as to why you're here.
It's me on a different level.
All right. Jolie.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jolie. You can find me on Twitter at JolieOlio. What else am I doing? I'm playing on Off the Table this week on Thursday, playing Urban Shadows in a campaign called Sanguahona, The Claiming, and then not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, we're back on Pen and Paper Pals, playing The Burning Wheel, and that's at noon Pacific. That's about it for me.
Hell yes. If you want to know why Jess said that she needed that her rolls were gonna catch up to her, you should go check out the VOD for that.
Her rolls are spicy. Yeah.
Yep.
Lynn was not wrong. When I roll for my bad characters, I roll well. When I roll for my good characters, they get fucked.
Explain why.
I don't trust her even to this day.
All right, and last but certainly not least, tuning in from a hotel, Lindy, thank you for your dedication to Sparkle Motion and for being here. Tell the cool people where they can find you, other than randomly in a hotel room sometimes.
Yeah, a hotel, motel, Red Roof Inn. So yeah, I'm amazed and very glad that the internet connection held for tonight. I can announce that. So my schedule's kind of tumultuous this month, but I can say for a fact for the next 4 weeks we are off on Mondays in Exandria, which kind of sucks because we left off on a cliffhanger with an airship exploding and bodies raining from the sky.
Holy
last
shit.
week. Yeah, it was intense. I have to wait a whole month. I will keep Twitter updated as to whether we're going to have Mists of Ravenloft this week. But we'll definitely have it next week, and then we'll be off for a couple weeks after that for moving stuff. But yeah, just tune in for what I'm doing when on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Laugh Love Lindy, because I don't know what I'm doing when. So
Summer
Alrighty.
schedules, man.
Yeah, feeling it. And I am Dylan, aka Anarsis. You can find me at Anarsis on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Itch.io, and Patreon.com. You can also find me on Designed by Humans, which I haven't shouted out in a long time. But but I do original graphic design stuff over there. If you want merch, you can get stickers with this very show's logo. And also, as of this week, you can get t-shirts and mugs that say, "This is a family show." I have a mug of my own on my way for Sundays. So I'm excited for that one. Let's see. You can see me live next on Wednesday back here at 5 p.m. Pacific, where I will be playing more Finding Paradise and probably finishing it based on how long I think that game is, which is the sequel to the Moon. It is about going into the memories of someone who is on their deathbed and rearranging them so that they can have the perfect life that they've always wanted, which is a little weird and often very sad. So look forward to that. I've got some other stuff on the weekend, but you'll be here for that. The only other thing I want to shout out is my Patreon, which I very briefly mentioned, but I'm trying to talk about some more because it is the best way to support me and all of the creative things that I do, like running the show, running other shows, making maps, making games. All of that is best enabled through Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/NRSS. And we are over 2/3 of the way. We are at $84 right now, and if we can get up to $125 a month, I will be releasing homebrew designs, both playtest documents for the games that I'm working on, which all of my games right now are like weird and smoochy all of a sudden, which is like not my usual jam game design wise, but that's where we are. You can get homebrew content for the shows that I run, so if you're curious what the fighter that Lamb is using, or the sage that Danjin is using, if you're curious what those classes are like, or the storm magic that Vidhatu used, if you want to see that, let's hit that goal. Or the other thing is original new designs every month. So there will be something new in the game design space every single month if we can hit that goal. Yeah, so if you've got some money and you want to throw it our way, please, that is the way to do it. It's like, I think, what did I say last night? It's like 8 Twitch subs equivalent. So we're close. The only other thing is some thank yous. Thank you, of course, to all of you for hosting the channel. Thank you to Gemsong, holy shit, for the 7-month resub. And the heart message. Heart right back at you, Gemsong. Thank you to go_JG, Jess, not this Jess, but the other Jess, the dear Jess, which isn't to say like dear Jess, which isn't to say that anyway, Jess, thank you for the raid earlier tonight.
I'm super just gonna start going by Joe. It's too damn confusing.
Thank you also to Imperator Penguin for the raid. Snow Dogs for the 5-month resub, and Rock at the end here for the 200 bits. Thank you all so much. I know that we were a little off schedule tonight, so thank you for bearing with us. We will be back next week. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. And go to Jess's channel. I'll be raiding there, just literally AFK, and you'll be there.